Number one advice would be, I mean, I can only like say at least what I think would be the most useful for me to know. And I think it's something I've been thinking about quite a lot lately, which is probably just following your intuition more and trusting yourself. And that's, I mean, it sounds like I'm creating a Buddhism book or something, but really what I mean is like, um, you have to understand that if you are in a position where you've created a company and the company is successful, then kind of statistically you're doing something that's not normal, right? You're outside this range of um, average. So what I mean by average is literally just what normal people do. The average is where the mean is, right? So um, if you're doing something that most people don't do, then you should be very skeptical about the feedback from the people that don't do what you do, right? You should not really take feedback or advice, I think, from people that have not achieved what you have achieved or more. And I think that would be my feedback. It's very easy to get tricked into thinking that people have the credibility to give advice. So, like, an example would be VCs. Um, I think a lot of the worst advice I've ever gotten is from VCs. They're typically in the cohort of like, if you, I mean, no hate to the VCs and our VCs. I love the majority of them. But it is, if you look at their LinkedIn or kind of their past experience, very few are actually builders, right? They've never really built a company. So they're very good at textbook how to build a business. And they've watched how to build a business. But I think, I don't know who like had the quote, if it's like LeBron or something, but it's kind of like, his quote, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, but it's like there's a big difference between sitting like courtside and watch every single Lakers game and then thinking you know how to play like the Lakers versus actually playing for the Lakers, right? So you could have front row seats to watching the Lakers play every single game, but then you're still not playing for the Lakers. Like there's a huge difference, right? And I think that kind of counts here, which is be very skeptical about who you take advice from and then trust your intuition a lot more, because I think the people who are in the role of being a founder or being a CEO, and if people have backed you with like millions of dollars in this, it's a sign of trust and that people trust you specifically to kind of solve the problem that you've pitched that you're going to solve. And then you should trust yourself enough to be able to do that because they've trusted you. So it means people do trust you to do it, right? So now you just have to trust yourself, which means you're kind of chosen for a reason, and then trust your opinions for that reason. Don't trust what random people tell you to do because they very often don't know anything, and giving advice is very easy.